Well, some good news in the United States. Noted former Maricopa County, Arizona sheriff and noted racist asshole, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, was accused of violating a court order in a racial profiling case targeting minorities. It appears as though the district court judge, Susan Bolton, handed down a verdict on paper some money that found him in criminal contempt. Not only did the defendant abdicate responsibility, he announced to the world and his subordinates that he was going to continue business as usual, no matter who said otherwise. Essentially what he was doing was racially profiling people. He was targeting Latinos for immigration checks. In other words, randomly stopping Latino people. Now, Arpaio his argument in court was that he didn't intend to violate the court order and then blamed his former attorney for not making it clear enough to him what that meant and what he was supposed to do. Or rather, what he was not supposed to do. Which sounds like a complete and utter absolute lie. He really believed that he could get away with just racially profiling people, and that the Supreme Court in some way, or some kind of authority higher than his own, wouldn't actually stop him from doing it. Now, federal prosecutors allege his defiance of the court order was deliberate, and something that he believed that he could get away with, which certainly does seem to be the case. Now, the 85-year-old man could face up to 6 months in jail, and when he is sentenced in October 5th. So he has been found guilty of criminal contempt of what is essentially an order that was provided by a court with more authority than himself. Now, really, he was just stopping Latinos randomly to harass them. I'm sure he really was looking for illegal immigrants. I mean, he does seem like the kind of racist piece of shit that would do something like that. And that's what he was doing. He was doing the old German papers, please, kind of whole bit, except on Latinos and in the United States. Now, in 2011, a U.S. District Judge, G. Murray Snow, issued the first temporary injunction barring Arpaio from detaining people solely based on their immigration status. So he's been told more than once that this is the kind of thing that he needs to stop doing because it makes you a racist asshole. And of course, he continued because he genuinely believed that he could just do this and there wouldn't be any consequences to his actions whatsoever. And this does speak more to the kind of racism, ingrained racism within the United States. If it's coming out of the institutions of power, you can't say that it's some kind of aberration. Oh, this is just like one bad apple. They're all bad apples. This is just a really, really bad one. And it raises more of a question of who is the United States to criticize anybody's human rights status when it carries out things like this. I mean, even this is very minimal compared to what it does to the rest of the world. But it's certainly something that is terribly prejudiced and should not be carried out against the American people, particularly by their own government. Well, the hope is that at least this man who so blatantly abused his power for his own racial prejudice would get the kind of prison sentence that he truly deserves.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.